Right, so we're going to look at balancing equations. Now, can be quite challenging, but if you can learn the skill on how to do it, then you can get to the point where you possibly enjoy balancing equations. Okay, so the first one we're going to look at hydrogen reacting with chlorine. So this is our reactant, and then we've got our product. So you've got hydrogen chloride, and if I count the number of atoms, I've got 2 and 2, so I've got 4 atoms in the reactant. With regards to the product, I've got 1 hydrogen, 1 chlorine, so I've got 2 on that side. So 4 on the reactant, 2 on the product. So I need to balance up. Now, it's easier if I just look at it to if I put a 2 there, then that would make, using a big number, 2 hydrogen, 2 chlorine. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you the steps on how to do it. So when you do trickier equations, you can check your answer. So first thing you do, you list the atoms. Okay, so you list the atoms. Now you count the number of atoms. So this side I've got 2 and 2, 1 and 1. Now the next rule, we can only balance up. So if I've got 1s, I can only balance up to 2. If I've got a 1, balance up to, I can't go from a 2 to a 1, so it's always got to go up. And then the final rule is you've got to use big numbers. Now, if I've got 2 hydrogen and I've got 1 here and I need to balance up, so all I can use is a big number here. Now, because I've got 2 hydrogens, that changes. And I've also got 2 chlorine, that changes as well. So then my balance check is 2 and 2, 2 and 2. So I'm happy with balancing that. Okay. Now, the next one, we've got zinc plus oxygen will give me zinc oxide. Okay, so step 1, divide it. So you've got the reactant and the product. List the atoms. Zinc and oxygen. So I've got 2 oxygen. I've got 1 zinc, 1 oxygen. Now again we balance up, so I'm going to go from this side because I want to balance that oxygen up. So the only thing I can do is use a big number, so I put a 2 there, and that changes to a 2, but also the oxygen changes to, the 2 there is changing the oxygen to 2, and we've also got to adjust the zinc there. Okay, now 2 and 2 is balanced, 1 and 2 is not quite so balanced, so we need to do something on this side now on the reactant. Therefore what we can do is add a 2, that changes that, and then you check to see if it's balanced. So I've got 2 and I've got 2, I've got 2 and I've got 2, balanced. Use that technique and it will support on how to, well, you can check your answer, and then when you get to more difficult equations you can use that technique.